Hello everybody, Vaping Vinny here again, and I'm back with a hardware review for you folks. It's this beast, the Stormbreaker from Vaperz Cloud. I have an Elite V3 sat on top of it. There we go. A triple parallel 21700 mechanical mod. Before I get into the review, I will just state, please, if you're thinking about getting a mechanical mod, check out your battery safety and your ohms law before you even think about it, and get to know your builds and your building things. These things can be dangerous in uneducated hands. Here we go. A little bit of a shout out to Vaperz Cloud and to Brian Harrison. I actually acquired one of these through a different person and had issues with it to the point where I couldn't fix the issues. Basically, the top plate had come undone, and to get it to bits, you need a screwdriver and the screws won't budge. Big shout out to Vaperz Cloud and Brian Harrison. Like I said, they sent me a replacement out, and here it is, a nice battle worn grey, which is beautiful. So customer service from Vaperz Cloud, absolutely top notch, top level. Yeah, can't fault that at all. That is absolutely spot on. Thank you, Brian. Wow, 21700s in parallel punch. Let's have a quick look on the deck. Not a great deal to look at. I'm not going to strip it down for obvious reasons. I'll just show you around it in the up close. Then I'll come back up top, keep my final thoughts, pros and cons on the Stormbreaker 21700 parallel triple mechanical mod. It's a beast. Okay, folks, here's the Stormbreaker down on the deck in its box. Lovely logo there. Vaperz Cloud, nothing there. Warnings underneath. It doesn't want to focus. There we are. Intended for people over 21 years old. Product to be used at your own risk. Parallel circuit. Not to be used in a sexual manner, etc., etc. There we are. Resistance builds of 0.5 ohms or higher. Now that is slightly wrong. There, I'll just point that out on the box. Where are we? Down here. There we are. Only resistant builds of 0.5 ohms or higher. That's obviously left on from the Hogs, the Hand of Gods, because this is a parallel box, parallel triple series 21700. So that little bit of information on the box is incorrect. And let's have a look-see. Ooh, there we go. The Stormbreaker. This is the battle worn grey. Little card of authenticity, which is nice. Let's take that out and have a quick word about the bag of spares you get. Now, there was some issues when it first came out with the contacts and it's not hitting correctly, so Vaperz Cloud went back, redid the contacts, but they still send you the spare ones, the old ones. So absolutely shed loads of spare screws, spare firing contacts, spare O-rings, spare spring for the button, absolutely a shed load of spares there. So you can't fault them for including them in the box, really. That's the box. And the mod. Pretty straightforward, really. It's a 21700 parallel. Unlike that, what the box actually states about 0.5 ohm builds, you can go considerably lower on a parallel. because the amps is shared through all three batteries. Anyway, quick look around. There's not seen on the hogs. There's an O-ring around the 510, which is like a beauty ring, really. It stops it getting scratched when you screw on your RDA, RTA on the top there, which is a nice touch. The firing button just in there. It is quite a stiff button, and I've got quite big fingers, so I have to use the point of my fingers to fire this. Would have been nice to have seen a slightly broader button or a round button, but I suppose it's in symmetry with the front there. The engraving, as usual from Vaperz Cloud, you cannot knock. That is so clean and crisp. It's unreal. There's you get your serial number that matches your authenticity on the bottom there. Mine is 646. Little catch as usual with Vaperz Cloud's beast mods. And take my cells out, all in parallel. As you can see, hopefully, there is positive signs down there to tell you which way the battery goes. So they're all posi up, or down there. And lovely big contacts there. I believe the silver plated. And that's the base plate. Obviously you've got your 3 cell contacts, and then there's these 2 contacts which go on there. Not entirely sure what they're for. And obviously you can see said screws down the bottom there. They're what you have to undo to take this beast apart. I'd recommend not doing that unless you absolutely have to, and make sure you have the right tools for the job. And you don't strip the Phillips heads, crosshead screws that are right down there, because I had a nightmare. Anyway, moving on swiftly. I'll pop my cells back in, and I'll just point out one little issue with the door. It doesn't sit flush. Now, all the reviewers have been showing this. It doesn't sit exactly flush with the bottom, look. Even if you push with all your might, it will not go flush, that bottom plate, which is a bit of a bugger, but never mind. And there we go, folks. That's the up close of the Stormbreaker from Vaperz Cloud, a 21700 parallel mechanical mod. Okay, folks, we're back up top with the Stormbreaker 21700 parallel mechanical mod. Now, what do I think? Well, first of all, the error on the box with the ohms reading of 0.5. That's quite clearly for the hogs in double or parallel series, 0.5. It's a parallel triple 21700 mechanical mod. I'm running some super low coils, 0.07, the bond coils, because the amp load is shared between the 3 batteries, so you can build really quite low on a parallel mechanical mod. Now, please do not go buying something like this unless you have a good understanding of Ohm's law and battery safety. I cannot stress that enough. Now, the mod. Some people will probably ask me why I've not voltage drop tested it. Quite clearly, it's got 3 21700s running in parallel. It's delivering that power to them coils quite clearly. No point in voltage dropping testing it because it's got 3 of them feeding it. Absolutely no point whatsoever. So, how's it work? It hits. There's no doubt in that. There's no getting away from that. You've got 3 21700s powering your coils, and it bloody delivers. It really delivers. It packs a mighty punch. Parallels always do, because obviously, as I stated, you can build quite low with parallels with how it works and sharing the ampage out. My God, I've had a few parallels over the years. This thing's another level, an absolute another level. It's a beast, an absolute beast. Hit wise, there's a few little issues though. Obviously, I've shown you the battery door in the up close, which doesn't sit flush. That's annoying as hell. Annoying as hell. The issue I had with the one I had and then got the replacement from, thank you very much again, Brian Harrison and Vaperz Cloud. The top plate came loose. The 510 actually came loose a little bit in the middle. And to access that, I had to strip everything off. Now, the screws are all the way inside, and the screws were fast. They was not shifting. So it was an absolute ball ache, and I ended up stripping the threads. So just be careful, and if you do need to strip it, make sure you've got some bloody good, long, thin, crosshead, Phillip head screwdrivers. Because I completely hashed it and messed them up, and luckily Vaperz Cloud helped me out. Again, thank you very much, Vaperz Cloud. Superb customer service. Finish wise, this is the gunmetal grey, and it's a beauty. Absolutely beautiful colour, faultless, no blems, no nothing on the finish, and the engraving, as always, from Vaperz Cloud is exceptional. Absolutely exceptional engraving. Now, a lot of people have been colouring these in with nail varnish and various other things. You can customise them, which is nice. The button, again, is a bit of an issue for me with my big fat sausage fingers. I do sometimes struggle and have to really use the point of my finger. But to be honest, to struggle with your finger a bit to get that button pressed, to get a hit like that, who really gives a stuff? I don't. It's an animal. An absolute animal. There. Price point wise, now they're going for around £159 in various colours and finishes now. Some really nice ones. And yeah, if you're a mechanical mod user that fancies a bit of a beast of a parallel, get a Stormbreaker. Absolutely cracking. Absolutely love this device. It just, it hits. Hits like a drunk uncle at a wedding. Absolutely banging. Quick shout out to Sub-Zero coils for the coils I'm using in the Elite V3. Absolutely superb. Check him out. Cracking coil maker. You've seen Andy on LXV anyway if you're watching this and you know the show. And the juice I'm using is from a Vape Mail liquid subscription service called Vape Mail, and that was one of the liquids in the August one. It's rather nice. Rather nice indeed. And there we go, folks. A Stormbreaker from Vaperz Cloud, a triple parallel 21700 mechanical mod. Not a beginner's device. An experienced Vaperz device. Know your battery safety, know your ohms law before you even think about getting a mechanical device. Quick mention for my Patreon. If you want to support the channel and support me grow and continue, please jump on my Patreon, www.patreon.com/vapingvinny, and become a supporter of the channel. That would be superb and much appreciated. Reminder, there's another LXV show, the League of Extraordinary Vapers, on this Sunday. See what comes up and see how diverse we go with that again. Thank you all for watching. Please drop a like, a comment on this review, and if you haven't subscribed, if you wish to do so. Love and respect to all. Bye bye for now, folks.